Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and I'm doing a condo again. I've been doing this condo for quite a few years actually. I think this is at least the 6th, maybe 7th time cleaning this. And actually this is the largest condo that I do. It's actually one that well, maybe it's not the largest. Maybe the other one that I did a couple of weeks or so ago is a bit bigger, but anyway, this is one of the large ones. But I wanted to show something. I saw a comment come up on one of the Facebook pages, and they're talking about cleaning carpets with pads, and talking about how it's tip blooms and everything. Here's a carpet that I've been cleaning for, well, like I say, at least 6 or 7 times. This is a carpet tile. And one of the things people were saying is, it can free the edges of the carpet tile. Well, how come after this many years, and I think this carpet is actually closer to 10 or 12 years old, although I haven't been cleaning it the whole time, but over the last at least 6 or 7 times, 6 or 7 years, I've been cleaning it, and yet there is no fraying anywhere on the edges of the carpet tile. So, isn't that interesting? And I know that, this thing comes up now and then and comments and whatever, and people say, oh yeah, they tip bloom, blah, 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 blah. And then us older guys have been around for years and years using these machines. We kind of big sigh. Oh, come on, man. We've been doing this for decades. We're not seeing it. It just isn't happening. But nevertheless. Anyway, let's clean a carpet. That's a AstroTurf pad on there, and I'm using the Causeway end cap hero, and it seems to work really well. I've got quite a bit of it. I'll be using it up for a while. Comes from Causeway Supply in Ontario. Pretty reasonably priced. I can't tell you the price. I can't remember what it was. And maybe the price has changed since I bought it. So anyway, I did pre-spray just in this area here, in the lobby area where you see that traffic lane. I pre-sprayed with Procyon Extreme. I find it works very well as a pre-treatment. I wouldn't use it as my standalone cleaner. I think it kind of bags on certain types of soils. Whoops, someone's come on, hang on. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, so that's why I don't use it as a standalone. I did try it for a little bit, and I found that I was constantly having to boost it anyway, but I find it works. But I had some for a while there, and finally I realized, maybe I could use it as a pre-treatment on certain areas, and I find it works really quite well, so it's found a new life there. And I actually used it on a LVP floor that I was cleaning, and it worked very well there too, so it does have its place. We'll make sure we'll be nice and even and consistent here, and I can sort of follow the lines of the carpet squares. Carpet is cleaning very well. I've already done the floor above me, and I did the floor behind me on this floor, part of this floor, so I'm about halfway through this floor. And it's cleaning really well. The pads are turning very black. I did pre-vacuum with my amazing Hoover Conquest. Yeah, you can see that traffic lane pretty much gone there. Yeah, it's cleaning up really well. Yeah, this job goes pretty quick. I actually, I bring Roger along on this one. And he's doing the stairwells right now. There's 3 stairwells. There's quite a few steps. And he does a very good job on that. I let him go and just focus on doing that. And that way I don't have to do it. These condo jobs can pay pretty well, by the way. But they take, you know, you'll do it for a whole day, pretty much. Or most of a day, I guess. I've been doing a lot of condos lately. It seems like almost all the condos I do, I'll suddenly wanted to get booked in the last month or so. So it looks like July is going to be a very large month. So let's park this over here and let's have a look. Oh yeah, look at that, eh? See, that traffic lane is gone. I'm going to put this thing over here. Though there is some wear, obviously, on this carpet, which is what we were going to expect after a few years. Yeah, this might be a little bit of... oh, that's probably just wet there. But I'm going to run over that right there a little bit more, just because. This is really the only place where there's any visible soiling on this carpet is always in these lobbies, which is pretty typical, eh? And this mat is usually sitting right here anyway. And there's a bit of a trail going in this direction. I did the guest suite when I first got here, and it's already dry. The carpet is actually in pretty good condition. In fact, come to think of it, I just remembered. Here's how I got this job. They'd called me up. This was again about maybe 7 years or so ago, because there were some bad marks on the carpet in one of the hallways. I don't remember where. And they'd had it cleaned, I think, a couple times, and Nobody seemed to be able to get these marks out, and it was pretty obvious and pretty bad. So I came over here and I said, okay, I'll do that section. I did a section of hallway, and naturally I got the stains all out. Carpet looked great. And from then on, I've been cleaning this carpet. And that happens a lot. I've had a lot of those situations happen where somebody calls me up, they got a carpet that just doesn't, not looking good, it's not cleaning not cleaning well or whatever, and then they call me up and I go in there and, okay, no problem, I clean it, looks beautiful, and that's it. I'm in there, in like Flint, as they say. Oh, I see why. I've got the light from the doorway is shining across here. That's what's going on. The light from over here. Oh, here's my little trick. When you're doing this condo hallways, quite often you find that you got yourself plugged in, and then even though it's plugged in, the power cuts off because the plugs are kind of worn out. So you use one of those things, problem solved. I've got many carpets that I clean that are carpet tile, and in fact that really nasty job that I did a while back, I got a whole series of videos on it, was all carpet tile, where they were prepared to remove that carpet. It was only like 3 years old or so, or maybe it was 5 years old, I can't remember now. I think I saw it first when it was 3 years old, but anyway, they were prepared to pull that carpet out because it just looked terrible. I couldn't get it cleaned, even though they were cleaning that carpet according to the manufacturer's specifications. They were getting it cleaned with hot water extraction. The carpet looked awful, just awful. So they begged and pleaded with me to try something, and I said okay. And I warned them, I said, no, if I clean it this way, you need to know this isn't what the warranty is, approves of or whatever. But they were ready to throw that carpet out, literally. So I went there and I cleaned it. It looked fantastic, and I've been cleaning it ever since, and it continues to just clean up great, and they're very happy with the results, and I've saved them tens of thousands of dollars. It's a big building, and that's the way it goes. And one thing to bear in mind, now they talk about how that the rotary is supposed to be twisting the yarn, but here's the thing, or untwisting the yarn. The center of the pad has absolutely no pressure on it. It's just floating across the carpet, nothing pressing, because the pad driver has brought on this machine, and most pad drivers will be about the same. The center of the pad driver is hollow or empty or whatever. There's nothing contacting the pad. The only part of the pad that's contacting is about an 8-inch circle in the middle is not, and then the remainder of the pad driver from that 8 inches out or whatever out to the outer edge, which in this case, this one's 17-inch pad driver, so about half of this thing isn't even pressing down on the carpet, on the pad and on the carpet. So the pad is actually, the left side of the pad, about 3 or 4 inches or whatever, is going across the carpet coming toward me. The right side is moving away from me, about 3 or 4 inches wide, and the back strip about 3 or 4 inches, and the front going that direction. So yes, it comes at the carpet fiber from different directions, but it's not actually twisting it, as they say. It's no different than if you were using, say, well, let's say if you're using a CRB and you're going that way back and forth with CRB, and then you turn, you go that way back and forth, or you angle it that way, you're still going to be moving the iron in different directions, aren't you? It's no different. But you can't convince everybody, so that's, you don't need to cry. Just do your job, do your work, show them how you can fix things, resolve their problems. I've seen many carpets stippling with CRB machines. Yes, I have. Even done it myself. And with orbital machines as well. Done it myself. But I've never done it with my rotary, ever. At least not that I know. I mean, I would know because I pay attention to what I'm doing. I think if you run your pad dry, then I think that's where you would run the risk of possibly doing it. And I think that's where, in the past, you've seen people that they spray ahead, and then particularly when they use those great big floppy bonnets, like the loopy ones, like ChemDry used to use. And if you run dry with those, then that could be definitely stressful on the carpet. And it's easy to do it when you are when you're spraying ahead, don't have a tank on the machine. One of the reasons I prefer the tank and I prefer the shower feeding is I am constantly applying solution as I go. Not constantly as in all the time. I mean, like I'm doing it like right there. That's it. Just making sure that pad is kept damp all the time, and I just make sure it's enough moisture there to clean the carpet without washing the dirt to the back. And somebody had asked about how do you be sure that you're not running too dry? And the answer is, well, you get into a rhythm. That's true. But the other thing is that if you were running dry, you would feel it, because you'd actually feel the machine starting to bind on the carpet. And then got to add some more solution. And once you get the hang of how to do this, that is very unlikely that you would ever do that, because you're going to be paying attention. And again, that's one of the reasons I prefer to shower feed, because it forces you to be focused on what you're doing. You pay attention. That's one of the reasons I like the rotary. I have to be constantly thinking about what I'm doing every moment. It requires you to keep your skill level up. It requires you to be attentive to what you're doing. And you need to be always aware of where the machine is on the floor, obviously, and making sure that you're being really even in your passes, and then even in your application of your solution. Constantly on the ball. No daydreaming. You could daydream to a point when you're doing a job like this, but you need to be paying attention. Magnetic door thing. So we're actually near the end here. I see the end. This is going pretty fast. Well, of course, the rotary here. This machine is I think I was on this one time. I did a video here where I was timing myself, and I was doing 4,000 square feet an hour here. I'm not sure if I'm going quite that fast today, but again, the rotary, the 300 RPM rotary is faster than any other machine out there. It will outclean as far as speed goes. Oh, it's funny. Could have sworn I Just want to do something here. People with their, what do they call them? Those doormats that are, what do they call that? They're jute? Yeah, they really make a mess. Constantly shedding the fibers or whatever all over the floor. Gotta go and reposition. But the carpet is it's cleaning really good. It's cleaning quickly, as usual. It's just a nice, simple job. I'm really beginning to appreciate these big condo jobs a lot more. I was actually not enjoying them so much back when I was using the OP. Because I realized after a while, it's like, I hate the back and forth. I just do. And this, I just constantly work forward. And I have to be able to enjoy what I'm doing because these could take hours. The other day I did one, the really big one I did about a week or so ago. I was literally running this machine for 8 hours straight. And by the way, I paid for that with my legs, lower legs swelling up, and I've made a change in my lifestyle actually to address that. I'll deal with that. I'll tell you about that later. Another video probably. Wait till I see the results I'm expecting to see. But anyway, I'll get to that, back to that. But yeah, but anyway, straight 8 hours. And then when I did the other one, the student housing one, which I posted that video a few days ago, that was 7 hours straight on my feet. And no problem at all with my legs, by the way. I have a solution for that. I'll be talking about that more another time. Surprising solution, actually. I'm actually supposed to wear those stupid compression stockings, but I hate them. And I've been able to what's the word? Mitigate that issue. One of the reasons, one thing I have is I have a vibroplate machine you stand on and it vibrates. I do that every morning for 10 minutes, and that helps to stimulate the circulation. So that actually has really helped. But being on your feet for 8 hours, that's a very long time. But I think I have a cure for that. Maybe. We'll see. I'll let you know in a couple of weeks. Because I'll be able to tell if what I'm doing is actually really working. And so far, I actually think it really is. But we'll see. I'll let you know. Anyway, we're almost done here. So it looks like each floor is going to take me around 45 minutes or so. This is only a partial floor, but yeah. Okay, look at that. What do you know, eh? So let's go over here and we'll take a look at the pad. cautious, aren't we? So far the pads have been coming up pretty dirty, actually. And because these, well, that one's not actually less dirty than the, yeah, it's not as bad as what I've seen, but the floor above me was blacker, and then I'd done the other half of this, or so of this floor, and the pad was really quite black. So, interesting. And those pads, they work just fine. Anyway, I'll let you go. Thanks for watching and have a good day.